55 days until the big trip to Antarctica begins. And today I'm going to continue talking about the journey of diving that has led me to this point. The first day of this series, I guess, if you will, I talked about some of the warm water locations I've been in, the things that I've seen. And then yesterday I talked about uh, maybe like just a few of the cold water places that I've been. I spoke a lot about Lake Minnewanka because I've been there a lot, and I got to do some new exploring of that lake this year, which was really cool. Um, I'm not going to talk anymore about Lake Minnewanka because I think I've said enough. But right around the corner from Lake Minnewanka is another lake called Two Jack Lake. I've been there quite a few times as well. Um, and there's not tons of stuff to see in there. The topography is pretty similar to a lot of the other lakes. But this year, me and my buddy Ken found a little wooden boat in there. We knew or were aware that it was there, and one day we kind of just happened upon it. He wanted to find it, but we didn't really know where it was. And on our journeys in the water, we came across a line. And when you're a scuba diver and you find a line, a wire, a guide under the water that is deliberately placed, you're typically going to follow it. And we followed it and found the boat. So that was super cool. So we did that this year. Another place that I really like to go in Alberta is Forget Me Not Pond. It's a really cute little pond just in Kananaskis, not too far outside of the city. Um, it's a really popular picnic site and a place that I really like to dive because the water is usually really, really clear. So you can usually see pretty far. And when there is no clouds in the sky and it's a sunny day, the light ripples off the bottom of the lake and it looks and feels almost tropical. It's really awesome. Also in Alberta is Jasper. There's lots of lakes in Jasper that you can dive in. I've personally only been in two of them, Lake Annette and Lake Beauvert. There's also Pyramid Lake, Patricia Lake, and more that I'm sure of that I just don't remember. Oh, there's also Horseshoe Lake. So I've also been there. That is a really cool dive to do, but a little bit more challenging to get to. You have to actually carry your gear mm, far enough, farther than a lot of the other dive sites that I go to. Um, so all of those places are really neat to see. Again, not a whole lot of unique features or creatures or anything in there, but it's always nice to go somewhere new. The topography is different. Each of those lakes has something kind of different in it that you want, that is worthwhile to go see. um, yeah. Other fun activities that we do for diving is we often do lake cleanups that are, organized cleanups that are either organized by one of the local scuba shops, our dive club, or the Alberta Underwater Council. They'll set up different things for us to go and scuba dive and with a purpose to pull out all the trash that we can find. And this is something that we do on every dive, regardless, just because we want to keep our lakes clean and fun. Um, and it's also kind of neat to look at all the things that you found after a dive sometime. Things that we find lots of are like sunglasses, garbage, golf balls, hockey pucks, especially after winter. People are playing ice hockey, they lose their pucks and then they sink when the ice melts. Um, I found a like 10-liter bottle of windshield washer fluid once. That was pretty fun to swim around with. There was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was some kind of electronic frame, like I want to say like a TV or something like that. Um, that was really weird. But yeah, we're always pulling stuff out of the lake. So other things that are organized by the clubs and the shops are pumpkin carve dives. So we literally take a pumpkin in the water and carve it at the bottom of a lake. So that's super fun and challenging. I really enjoy doing that. Also kind of brings out the kid in me again, carving up pumpkins. Um, we've done poker rallies where we have to navigate to different things under the water. And we don't actually get playing cards because they would just disintegrate in the water, but they give us, in this circumstance, a clothespin that marks that we exchange for a card when we're back on the surface. So that's really cool as well. We've done underwater clue, same kind of idea where we go and hunt for clues under the water and then come to the surface and play clue. Yeah, those are super fun. I've heard of zombie dives. I haven't actually done one myself, where you basically, again, have different skills that you need to do under the water and stay safe from the zombies. I don't know exactly how it works because I haven't done it, but that sounds pretty cool. So yeah, these are some of the many dives that I've done over the last 4 years, since getting my dry suit certification. And I'm talking about all of this diving because the diving was the reason why I decided to ultimately go ahead and book this trip. I met the people and they have done it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. So I went ahead and started doing what needed to be done in order to make it happen. Right. So if I didn't make these plans to go to Antarctica, none of these dives would have happened. So thanks to booking this trip in 2020, I've explored so many new places in uh, Alberta and BC, and I'm going to explore some new places in South America and Antarctica now. Um, I've met so many awesome people since starting diving around here, made great friends, and most importantly for this trip is that I've improved my dive skills, like a million times over. I'm much more confident, and have just encountered a lot more different situations and scenarios, and I'm just more mentally prepared to handle anything that might happen uh, during a dive. So yeah, I have diving to thank for this trip, and diving to thank for all of these really cool experiences that I've had over the last 4 years. So that is the journey that has led me to this point. So thank you all for watching and listening to my story. I hope you found it enjoyable. If you guys have any questions about diving or cold water or different places that I've talked about, please let me know. I'm happy to talk about it. So thanks again for joining me on day 55, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.